We are going to start by adding these serialized fields, these floats. And first of all, we want to control the speed of the object we are accelerating. Also, we want Kalman, let's put it here, Kalman Q parameter. And how I know that? Well, if you go to the documentation, we will see that basically the two things you can change in a Kalman filter are the Q and R parameters. Actually, if you go Kalman filter, you will see here those values are the default values for acceleration. Here, the default Q and R parameter for accelerometer filter, that is linear speed, are Q001 and R1. Okay, so at this is the value that we already saw in the Unity scene. Okay, and now I removed the update method, so I'm going to add it again. By update, and I'm going to say Muvslide input get Kalman filter for acceleration and set its Q value to whatever I'm putting here in the editor. Okay, and Kalman same for R. Okay, and now we can go and play with the values for the Kalman filter. Okay, second to this, you see here the two parameters, and well, as I said, there is a lot of movement. So yeah, well, first of all, let's see if the speed is now with 0.1, how it is. Well, I'm moving the smartphone. It's very shaky, but it's not moving the distance I'm doing. So I'm going to put a little more here. Okay, and for the Q and the R values, well, you will see that if I put more values, a bigger value here in the R parameter, it will be each time a little less. Well, it will shake a little less than before. This is a lot of. Actually, if I put 0, it shakes a lot, right? So this is a lot of actually um, trying an error and moving the values for getting the filter we want. So if I put here a lot of zeros, you see that the movement is now much more limited. For the Q value, if I move it again to 0.1, the movement it's a lot. Okay, so let's say 001 was kind of good, but still not very good. And if I put another 0 here, now I can move the smartphone, but it takes a lot for it to come back to the original position. Okay, because this parameter makes that you consider a lot of previous values to make the signal more smoother. Okay, so more smoother, smoother, I mean. And well, if I go, I played with this a little before doing the video. So yeah, this I'm cheating here, but now with these values 0.3, 0.005, and 4, it's it's good enough. It's a little shaky, but it's not that slow to go back to the original position, and it gives you a kind of more realistic sense of what you are doing with the with your hand. Okay, so now it feels a little better, um, and more intuitive. Okay, so yeah, we actually have most of the smartphone, the sorry, the VR controller already working. Now, oh, first of all, when you change the values in play mode, you need to they get reset after you um, sorry, after you stop. So, oh, sorry. Um, so I'm going to put the values I used 0.3, 0.0005, and 4. Okay, and that's it. We have the filter with the values we want. And now we just need to add a very simple script to allow the user to walk. That is actually something that well, I want to mention, if you use Google Cardboard with normal well, application that don't use Muvslide, it obviously has much more limited interaction, and things as uh, simple as walking or pulling and throwing an object are not that simple when you only can uh, look at the objects and use some very simple buttons, right? So okay, what I did is I created this player camera script, and I'm going to add it to the main camera. So now I want it to react to the smartphone input. Okay, so again, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to create a method, and I'm going to keep the naming I was using, so it will be React phone and receive the smartphone it is reacting to. Okay, and now here let's like input at the using Muvslide input, Muvslide input, and get it from the smartphone. Get Muvslide input. Okay, and see and check if we have new scroll available. So I said before that we can't use multiple times the same is new, because it will tell you no, there is no new information. But in this case, it is fine, because actually when you are calling the is new scroll available is when you are acting over a cube, and we are not going to call this react to phone when you are acting over a cube. Actually, you are going to we are going to call it whenever you are not acting over anything, so it will work just fine, because it won't be called twice in the same game loop. Okay, so if there is new scroll available, then let's get the scroll again as we did before. It's Muvslide input get last scroll distance x, and same for y. Okay, and now we are going to see what is the current position of the camera. Camera pos for position and camera main transform position. Okay, and now we are going to uh, tell what direction we are going to move. And again, we can just say X is for horizontal and Y is for um, depth, because if we rotate the camera, then that won't be true. So let's do something very similar to what we did before. So we are going to get in the camera right, transform right, multiply by scroll X, and I will also, in order to make it more, well, to make it slower, I'm going to put here this 0.01. Well, it would be better to put it here as the speed, right? But okay, actually, let's do it. It's very simple. Um, private float speed. Okay, so that's because it's never good to have this, what they say, magic numbers, right? So now we are going to also add the direction forward or backward the camera, okay, based on the scrolling, the vertical scrolling your phone, and also multiply by the speed. Okay, so now we have the direction and actually the amount we are moving. So now we just need to go to the camera again, main camera, transform position, and we'll create a new vector that is going to be the current camera position. Oh, this is just for kind of make it easier to read. Okay, camera position my plus move direction, and we'll repeat the same for each axis. Well, actually, no. For Y, we don't want the camera to go up and down, right? We just want to move in X and in Z. Okay, so camera Z. So that's why I'm just adding move direction in X and in Z, and for Y I'm just keeping the position we had before. Okay, and well, actually that's all what we need to do here. Now in the smartphone, whenever you are interacting with objects, where is that? Interact with objects, sorry. Okay, so if you actually don't hit a collider, then you can move the camera. Okay, camera main get component player camera. So what we are saying is, if you are not touching any object that is interactive, then maybe the user just want to move around. Okay, so we have, and as if you see, you actually can start to see some pattern of checking the object you want to interact with and react. And now if you have maybe some other class here, you could put it here in an else if. and by default you can just move the player or do some generic action. So let's see if this works. Okay, I have a bug here. Okay, player camera doesn't contain react to phone. That's because I didn't save. Okay, good enough. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to test now. Um, or maybe my smartphone has no Wi-Fi connection right now. Sorry. Okay, there we are. So now, when I interact with the cube, yeah, it moves fine. But if I'm pointing to some other place, now I can move. Okay, quite good. And actually, if I go and move the camera here, I know I can continue moving left, right, forward, backward. It is quite nice. So the last part we we need for this is adding the cardboard, and this definitely doesn't have well, yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with Muvslide. Um, but we we are going to still need to add a couple more lines of code to work fine with cardboard. Okay, so I'm not going to the full process of adding cardboard in a Unity project here. Okay, because mainly because they keep updating and things like that, so I don't want to show a very old version of it here. So basically, what you need to do is Google it, the Unity package for cardboard, something like that. And actually, I think now they call it Google VR, and import a package here, custom package, and then you select the cardboard. Okay, so I'm going just to pause here the recording and uh, import it. Okay, so here we are. I imported it and added. We have now this cardboard folder in assets, and I also got some plugins here. I actually didn't include this in the video because the latest version of the API, well, sorry, I mean the cardboard SDK was not working very well for me since they adding some new stuff for Daydream. It just wasn't working with my current Android SDK, sorry, yeah, the Android SDK. So I just pulled the cardboard and the plugins I know I need for sure because it's some older version I had already in my computer. But that's nothing to do with, nothing you need to worry about. If you go and follow some tutorial for adding cardboard to your game, then you will be fine. Okay, this is not related to Muvslide. Okay, but and what you need to do once you import the cardboard SDK, you look for stereo controller, and that's quite nice because it's very simple, and just adding this to your camera. Oh, yeah, just adding this to your camera make this um, well, make your camera look like this. And actually, uh, when you export this to Android, you are going to be able to move your head and move through the world by using this uh, the Muvslide um, script you just made. Um, but there is one tricky part to know that you need to know about this. Okay, and it's that if you start using this. Let me open the app here and just start moving. I'm going to turn off track rotation here. Now I'm rotating my head. Oh, in the here. It's harder to explain because you are not seeing it. But once you have the headset, the cardboard in your face, and you rotate, you actually rotate also your body. So once you rotate your body, what is going to happen is that your smartphone is going to end up in this position. Okay? Even when for you are uh, looking to the in the same direction your smartphone is pointing. Now Muvslide doesn't know that you are actually looking to that direction. Okay? So you will need to add a couple lines of code. It's very simple, and it is a Muvslide method especially designed for that. Okay, in the update method here, you're going to get the camera angles. Okay, and then that is just getting the Euler angles. Okay, and now you are going to call Muvslide input, notify camera in degrees, camera orientation in degrees. Okay, camera angles, yeah, X camera angles, Y camera angles, Z, and basically that's it. Now if I go and test this, 1 second again, just if I move and rotate my head and also rotate the smartphone with me, now I'm pointing to the same direction I'm looking at, and the smartphone is going with me. So this last part you may not understand unless you actually test it in a cardboard with the headset. But well, it is the all the basic you need to start using Muvslide for virtual reality applications. So I hope this tutorial helped you to understand how to use it and what is the idea of all the Muvslide API. Um, Please let me know if you have any questions about how to use Muvslide. I may be able to help you, and that will help me as well to understand what parts of the API are not clear enough so I can continue improving. Okay. Um, just before completing this tutorial, I just want to add that for this is not related to Mobslide again. This is for deploying the application in Cardboard. Okay, but basically you just need to set it as an Android and run it. Maybe you also will need to change this bundle identifier. I think I got an error once because of that. So let's say I put first indie games website. Of course put a name here. First in the games. And that should be it. Then now, well, after you can build the APK and run it in your smartphone. And well, now you will have this full example of Muvslide in a virtual reality scene that is actually using Google Cardboard. Okay, so again, thank you very much for checking this video, and I hope it helps you to achieve whatever you are trying to make with Muvslide. And please let me know. I will be happy to see any projects you do with this tool that it's meant to help people to make more things without investing any money, right? Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, and I hope to continue putting some tutorials based on your feedback. Okay, thank you.